I'm here with Zane in Lolo Juice. Good morning, Zane. How are you?
I'm doing well. How are you this morning?
Just great. Excited to see what kind of stuff. You guys always have the coolest stuff over at Craniologie. So before we get into this, tell us a little bit about the store and where you guys are located.
For sure, yeah. We're at 101 North Main Street, so that's going to be on the ski hill, on the corner of Ski Hill and Main. So right on the corner here, lots of windows. We're called Craniologie. We're specialized in helmets, and we're going to give you a nice measurement, fit you up with your goggles and everything, and find the perfect fit for your head. We find that, helmets are a lot like shoes, and that not every helmet fits every head. So it's nice. We have a bunch of different brands there, a bunch of different goggle brands, so we'll find you the perfect fit for you, one that just feels like wearing a glove. It'll be perfect. So
Perfect. Great. So yeah, you guys are known as educators over there.
educators, yep, I can teach you all about your head for sure. Find the right shape and protect it and everything like that. So with that in mind, today I actually brought some kind of cool racing helmets. We do a lot of racing helmets. We actually have some of the most brands of pretty much any store out there. So I brought some of our most popular ones. So this right here, this is a UVEX helmet. This is FIS certified. So for all the kiddos out there who need FIS certified helmets, it's just a racing certification that actually they extended to high school kids this year. So if any high schoolers are racing, you're going to need a FIS helmet. This is a great one to start out with. UVEX, just nice, safe. UVEX is making helmets for a very long time. It's got the hard ears on there. You get really good coverage in the back there. So top of the line helmet for sure. And kind of our one of our base points for a racing helmet. So kind of a cool option. On the other end is the Dichessa. So this is actually one of our higher end racing helmets. So this is from Sweet Protection. One of my favorite helmets on the wall, just because look at this thing. It looks sweet. It is a cool looking helmet for sure. It's got the sweet horns on the front there. Just that great blue color and really safe helmet. So it's got the hard ears once again. Sweet Protection in general, it's right in their name. They're working on protection and they do a really good job at it. They're working with different foams, different densities, different types of systems that are really going to protect your head out there. So this is one of my favorite helmet brands for that reason. They do some really good stuff and they look really cool. So big fan of that. And then I also brought in our POC. So if you are a racer and you show up with this helmet, coach is going to be very happy. It's a very nice helmet for sure. It's the Orbit Comp. So this is our top of the line racing helmet. They actually found that so when you're racing, going through the slalom gates, and you're getting, occasionally you get a slalom to the head there. So they found that one hit against the gate is pretty similar to two NFL players going head to head. So really high impact area. So with that in mind, this little inset here is actually filled with a liquid. So that liquid hardens on impact. So you get that gate to the head, that liquid absorbs actually a majority of that impact. Really cool. And then beyond that, once again, working with a lot of different foams, different types of safety systems in here. So really nice helmet, really top of the line, really going to protect your kiddos out there on the mountain. So definitely one of my favorites as well.
That is awesome. Those are beautiful, and it's nice that they've got all those different technologies. My favorite is the MIP system. Is that in those helmets?
Yes. So the MIPS is going to be in the Dichessa, and some of the other ones you have the option for it. But the MIPS system is a really great concussion reduction system. It stands for multi-directional impact protection system. So really good. They've done a lot of tests on that. It really helps with concussions, and that's number one for sure. We don't want you getting your head hurt. All these style and looks and comfort. That's really important for sure. But when it comes down to it, we want to protect your head out there. So stuff like the MIP system, stuff like this hardening liquid that really helps you, really makes a safe helmet out there. So
That's awesome. And what else is important is making sure that you look cool and your goggles match up. You get that nice straight line.
forget about that. Can't have the gape or gap up there. So with that in mind, once again, always bringing our goggles. So POC goggles, UVEX goggles. These both actually fit pretty well with the Dichessa as well. So really nice. That's something we're always thinking about. If you're thinking about a new helmet, bring in your goggles, or thinking about getting a new pair of goggles as well, because we want that nice match between your goggle and your helmet, so you don't have a big gap on your forehead or your goggles aren't pushing too far down on your face. So definitely the POCs here, nice. The fovea is what they call this. So nice spherical design to these guys. Going to be really good optics. It's actually modeling the shape of your eye. So if you were to continue this sphere, it doesn't turn into a perfect sphere, but more of a egg shape like your eye. So really good optics on this one. Really top of the line. going to be very similar with the Uvex, coming with the one lens with this guy, but it's, you know, a really nice lens, low light lens, going to be really good for racers actually. They're going to see all the contours and details out there. So, top of the line goggles once again with our top of the line helmets.
Perfect. And that having those low light goggles, that's so important because you never notice until you're out there and you're like, whoa, I can't see anything.
They've yet to find a lens that's good for every single condition, so it's always nice to have, you know, maybe a couple different backup lenses for sure. A highlight and a low light is what we recommend as the base, you know.
Perfect. All right, so if people want more information, where should they head to?
You can come talk to a educator at Craniologie. We're at 101 North Main Street on the corner of Ski Hill and Main.
Perfect. Head on in. We'll be right back in just a little while, guys. We're going to be talking to the owners of Lolo Juice, so stay tuned. And you could win a gift certificate to Lolo Juice, so even more excitement on the way. We'll be right back after this.